Okay, so, let's just say I was watching Coast to Coast the other night, and, let's just say it was about aliens. Daryl Sims was on, and, there was a caller on, and, his name was Henry, but for shits and giggles, for this part, we're gonna call him Henrik, because it sounds funnier. But, he asked a question, and I felt bad for the guy, like, he was getting, you know what I'm saying? We've all been in weird supernatural situations that we can't describe. I mean, I remember one time there was a freaking UFO outside my freaking black neighbor's house. That thing just would not leave, and that literally I thought it was not going to leave until the sun came up. It was weird. There's another time where freaking an owl tried to get me set up to get murdered by a mountain lion so that he could feed out whatever's rest of my carcass when the freaking mountain lion head just fell. But we're getting back to what Henrik said, and Henrik basically said that he was asking for advice on how to get these little green monsters that he had saw during some crazy research project at some base back in the 90s in the Air Force, SGS 117 or something. I can't remember where it was, but that's irrelevant. What is relevant is giving the dude some straight answers, and I kind of felt like Jimmy Church and frickin' Daryl Sims they kind of wrote him off too quickly without giving him just email him and maybe he'll get back to you. But I don't know. This is food for thought. Let's actually discuss this. Like, I kind of feel like I have a good answer, which would be to know the fact that the government and the media can actually look at those new TV screens. We all know the fact that those TV screens are two-way streets. They're basically Skype screens. They can see and hear everything you say in front of those screens, and you can see and hear everything they say. It's basically like a live feed between two different uploaded to Wi-Fi screens, whatever. But I'm just saying, a good thing for this guy would be, because we know for a fact that frickin' the NSA can hijack those screens and look at anything it wants. It's also constantly recording that, and I bet you there's an algorithm out there wherever it sees something that's going to just completely identify it. Like, we have some kind of green goblin monster on Vizio screen 1 random number 30 million. I mean, there's going to be a computer out there that's going to bring that screen up and just be like, what the fuck is going on? And another good thing I would think for this guy to be doing would just be have multiple new TVs and basically keep them on at all times and keep them to what I call like live TV, like live news TV channels. That would be like CNN, MSNBC, Fox, things like that. And I think that might help to stop the little green men, the little green Cybermen monsters with the black eyes from showing up in those rooms or in your house in general. It might help. I'm just saying, that's a two-way street. Like, that's a two-way screen, and they start seeing something on one screen that's just messed up for too long, they'll start paying attention to it. I swear to God, the NSA can literally, there's some algorithm out there that's recording all those TV screens, but it can't get relevant data, but they start seeing weird things happen in a couple select screens. They can hone in on that, and they can continually watch those screens. I'm just saying, they'll pay attention more to your Vizios, what I'm trying to say. And also, I think another good thing would to be for this guy to get one of those hidden cameras, like the hidden camera that looks like a button, or it's like a pin on your shirt, and just wear that around at all times. I mean, make sure that also if you want to put a microphone in there, there's probably hidden cameras out there with definite microphones. I mean, it's not like it's that hard to figure out, but I'm just saying, I think that might go further with helping him than just trying to email Daryl and never getting a response. And I know I'm really bludgeoning my words here, and I'm kind of got some long pauses in this video, but I feel like it's helpful. I just feel like if he should try that. He should try just keeping basically a constant video stream of himself at all times. and which could probably probably fuck with your psyche, and it does. But humans get used to a lot of shit. I mean, frickin', we got used to fighting mammoths and fucking fucking saber-toothed tigers and fucking gigantic fucking Ursa bears, that fucking gigantic bears back in the day, fucking for number one for dominance of the food chain. So if we can do that, I'm pretty sure we can deal with being constantly watched 24/7. But I'm just saying, I think this, and I know that being constantly watched by the government is like a double-edged sword, but I think this is on the one occasion where that other edge of the sword actually works to your advantage in your favor. I don't know. I'm just saying, I think that, in this guy's just, man, I want an answer. It'd just be helpful, and probably for the guy's sanity and psyche, I get that, totally. After being fucked with the government for a couple years. But I just feel like the government constantly spying on this one person might actually be the exception to the rule, where it actually benefits that person's well-being. And I just feel like this is the one occasion where constant government surveillance would actually make this guy's life better, because that might stop giant green Cybermen with black eyes from accosting him 24/7. I'm just saying, I don't know, that's the end of the food.